today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you poll folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Through the middle of the field, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
First carry for Najee Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 36-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They go again with Scott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2. Brown, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll run with Scott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with a rookie. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This one finds Austin out right. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Scott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Short throw to Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Brissett on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He's got Smith here. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And there's a situation where it's a tight end. Once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running the daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Fields.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. On first down, Scott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll run for it with Achane.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 22.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Flushed out right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Scott will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Welcome.
Here's Brissett. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
Up the middle, Achane down to the 42, 2nd down.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a toss left for Achane.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down and 13.
Brissett.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Set to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Brissett. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Dolphins getting set to go here.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing, Brissett. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Brissett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Mitchell is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Brissett now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. 2nd and 4. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
McManus now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and a couple.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Brissett sets to throw it.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down, Brissett. On target over the middle of the hill. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 45 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd down, it's Fields. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Fields.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fields. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Up the middle they go. It's Fields.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fields. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. This is Harris on the draw. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now H.M.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now 2nd and 9. Now here's another carry for Harris. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Deontay Hardy.
30 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
And, oh, what a catch. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Shut him down! Shut him down!
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A first down throw for Brissett.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
To throw, Brissett.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Now Brissett. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to claw one back.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
On second down, this is Harris.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. On play action, they'll throw.
And And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now.
The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a first carry here for their running back. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action with Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Brissett's throw hauled in by Washington. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2 yards to go, second down.
He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here to Hill.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain well behind.
It's hard to be surprised in the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before guys even see the football? That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Second down and 6 now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Second down and 4.
They run again with Harris. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And just shutting him off there. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Brissett on first down. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Gun, Brissett. Little short pass here to Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They run over center with Mitchell.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Now, during that run, an injury here. In some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacoby Brissett in the offense, ready to begin their next drive.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Brissett.
Little short pass here to Hill.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Here's Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Brissett.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett.
A little short pass here to Hill.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Miami set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball.
It's a foot race. He's still on his feet. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
And his throw here's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometime.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. first down. Here's Mitchell. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Second and 7. Brissett now. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have a Steelers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Harris. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The
play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Allen. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there.
70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Fields.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Scott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the delay, here's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brissett sets to throw it.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Brissett. On target over the middle to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's Brissett.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Brissett again. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. 116 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Harris running straight ahead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll set up a throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Brissett. That one tipped and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Brissett. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
They run again with Harris. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Pass knocked away by Javon Holland.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now here come the Dolphins.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
This is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. First down, and they go back to Harris.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
Now 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Here's Harris. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Brissett's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Back to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. A first down throw for Brissett. To the right side and complete to Atwell. Shot at the end of that play. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Out of the gun, Brissett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2nd down, Brissett.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Brissett.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go play action with Brissett.
Oh, what a catch by Waddle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Again, it's Brissett.
Open man, he's got Atwell. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Steelers,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.